Hello and welcome to my channel, Stories and Poems for Long Winter and Summer Nights. My name is Lucy and I shall be reading my own stories and poems, and the first one is a love story called Harvest Moon. Chapter 15 Whatever Next. Maggie walked past her suitcases in the narrow hallway and went upstairs. She took off her diamond bracelet and set it on the dressing table, put on her slippers and went downstairs. She activated the central heating and put the kettle on. She had been over and over her life, past and present, on the long flight home. Her life had become, well, many things really, but compared to 6 months ago, it had become complicated. Back then, a big event was the arrival of her grandson's tooth, and now she didn't know where to start. The doorbell rang twice, followed by a key in the lock. Tori had arrived. Maggie went through to the hallway. James was there too, and Tori's husband, Peter. Maggie sighed. She really was in trouble. "Mum, good to see you back in one piece," Tori announced. They all kissed her. Instead of a dull atmosphere with a hint of admonition, they seemed energized, excited, as if they were all about to depart for a weekend at Centre Parks. "Mum, did you have a good time?" asked James. "Yes, I did. Thoroughly enjoyable. But I wasn't expecting a full turnout for the welcome party home. We're only missing Alfie and Jack." "My mum and dad are babysitting," said Peter. "And we're all here because we have news for you," said Tori. "You tell her, Peter." Peter was bursting with pride. "Maggie," he said, "you're going to be a grandma again." "And this time," whooped Tori, "it's a girl." "But I thought you were done and dusted after the boys," said Maggie, as she hugged and kissed them. A thrill of excitement ran through her. "A girl," she explained. "But wait a minute. You must be quite far on if you know it's a girl." "Yes, 5 months. I'm only just starting to show." Maggie sat down, beaming from ear to ear. A granddaughter, just what she wanted. "My turn," said James. "You're not pregnant as well," she laughed. "Not quite," said James. "Engaged." "Engaged?" squealed Maggie. "But to whom?" Maggie's phone squawked. She reached down and turned it off. "Alison. We met 6 months ago." "Mum, she's great," said Tori. "You'll love her." "Very nice," said Peter, nodding his head with approval. "Everyone is in the know except me," Maggie complained. "Well, that's because you went swanning off to Canada," said Tori triumphantly. Maggie shot her a disapproving look. "James, who is she? Where did you meet her?" "Mum, we're all going to the Horseshoe for lunch tomorrow. You'll meet her then and find out all about her." "I can't wait," said Maggie. "And what about you, Maggie?" said Peter. "Any wedding bells in the offing?" "No," said Maggie, "nothing like that. We just had a nice companionable time." "Phew, thank goodness," said Tori. "We are all going to need you more than ever now." After they had all gone, Maggie sat staring in front of her. She had just received 2 of the best pieces of news in the world, and all she felt was numb. She had secretly longed for a girl when Tori announced her second pregnancy, Many times she had uttered the phrase, "As long as it's healthy, it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl," and it didn't matter in the end. Jack was totally adorable. And oh, how she longed to get James settled. But at 30, he just carried on with one unsuitable girlfriend after another. None of them had any real sense, thought Maggie uncharitably. And hadn't Steve always said a successful marriage is based on common values? None of these girls had had any values. She wondered what this one was like, and if by any chance she had a job. Oh my goodness, Greg. She remembered his text. Quickly she turned on her phone. There were 6 messages and missed phone calls, and FaceTime. Maggie, what is wrong? Please get back to me soonest. She called him. Maggie, thank goodness. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Such a lot had been happening while I was away. Too much to tell you right now. I had a good flight, but I am exhausted. I'm exhausted too, said Greg. Missing you is wearing me out. Maggie, please come back to Canada. If only it were that simple. Maggie, I gotta go. I'll be honest. I stepped out of a meeting to take this call. What, on a Saturday? Big deal coming up. Anyway, glad you're okay. Talk tomorrow. Bye, Maggie. I love you. Bye, Greg. And, said Greg, and I love you too. Thank you for listening. If you're enjoying the story, don't forget to subscribe and look out for the next chapter. This is all for now. See you soon. Bye.